much as this, and it felt again, it also felt, I thought, exuberant and sort of. I'm sure when you were writing it, it didn't feel, like improvisational, but it felt that way in the book. It felt like you were enjoying yourself. So I thought, I know you talked about it a little bit at the beginning, but I thought maybe you could expand on it a little.
Part of the, or one of the most intimidating parts of taking play as a framework was the idea of having to recreate or retell or come up with something analogous to the Pyramus and Thisbe scenes in the play, which are my favorite part of the play, and I think probably my favorite moment in all of Shakespeare. And what I like and admire so much about it, and what wrecks me so much about it, is that it seems like it's a short stretch of literature that's perfectly funny and perfectly sad. And there's something about absolutely masterful way in which those two things are intertwined that make me lose a lot of sleep. So was on the lookout for a while for some other things, some other story to take the place of Pyramus and Thisbe. I knew I couldn't just do that. And a couple of friends and I rented Soylent Green on my back when people still rent movies, and as a sort of a kind of ongoing terrible movie night, and watch that in the living room. And we're all ready to kind of make clever mystery science theater fun of it, which we did at first, but then we abruptly started to drop off and not make fun of it anymore, even though it's absolutely ridiculous in many ways. And there's something about Charlton Heston running down the street, like Soylent Green is people.
Spoiler warning.
That deserves to have a Saturday Night Live skit. But at the same time, I found it to be a tremendously effective and pretty well done movie. And there was something incredibly sad about the state of the world, how completely undone someone gets by the taste of strawberry jam that's been given away for years and years, and how horribly sad it is when Tythorn's friend, who's remembering, he was played by Earl Ives in the movie, who has a special place in my heart for singing Silver and Gold in that Christmas special.
Rudolph.
So when I saw that movie kind of by accident a little bit, but ended up being tremendously affected by it, it presented itself as the candidate for the substitute play. And I don't know to what, I think it ended up being the favorite parts of the scenes, putting the play on ended up being my favorite part of this book, even if I think I probably only managed to do about 1/1,000,000th of what Shakespeare does in the original.
And since I know you like to do research, did you read the novel that Soylent Green was based on before you put it? Okay, right. It's not as, the movie is actually. Okay.